Scott Dirksen from Javelin Technologies with a tech tip of how to animate a spring within a SOLIDWORKS motion study. Now, to actually get a true representation of the deformation of a spring, it's best to use an actual FEA study because you can apply a force load and then determine what the deformation of the material is. However, if you just want to create a quick animation to show the movement, you can actually do that by creating the spring and have it in context so it moves with the other components. First, let's take a look at the spring. And the easiest way to set up a spring is actually to create a sweep using a profile, which is the circle of the cross section. And for your path, you can actually create just a straight line at the center of where the coil should be. Then when you create your sweep feature, you can have a profile, which is your circle, the path, which is the straight line, and you can set the orientation twist type to be twist along path and then just define the number of turns or coils that you want for your spring. Returning to the assembly, I've set it up in such a way that I have a bottom piece that's fixed, and I've added a spring and made it in place so the bottom is connected there, but the top part can free float and move away. And that's how I'll control it in my animation. However, I have to make it so the coil follows along with this top piece. And the way to do that is edit the spring component in context to the assembly. And then we can edit our path sketch in such a way that the length of our path will follow, and we can make this coincident to the top cap piece. So now, as you can see, when I drag my component and do a quick rebuild, it updates the length of my spring. Going into the quick motion study, I can then easily go to different time steps, move my component, do a rebuild, and you can even make copies of the original position and paste it at different time steps if you want it returning, and then just do a quick calculate, and you can see how the motion rebuilds between the different positions of the cap feature. If you want a bit smoother motion, you can always select all of the keys for the movement of the cap, right click and change the interpolation mode to ease in out, and then it'll just be a little smoother as it transitions between the two positions.